Ever wondered how millionaires live their lives? The glitz, the glamour, the high-rolling lifestyle? Or is there perhaps more than meets the eye? Welcome to a journey of discovery and enlightenment as we delve into the pages of The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. This book is a treasure chest of insights, breaking down the habits and lifestyles of those who have mastered the art of wealth accumulation. It is not just a book, but a roadmap to financial success, providing practical advice to those who aspire to become affluent. It strips away the stereotypes and misconceptions, revealing the true essence of what it means to be a millionaire. It's not about the flashy cars and extravagant vacations, but the mindset, the discipline, and the strategies that set the wealthy apart. So buckle up and prepare to discover the surprising truth about the affluent in our society. Do all millionaires live in mansions and drive luxury cars? This question sets the stage for our exploration into the real world of millionaires, a world that might surprise you. Let's dive into the first chapter of the enlightening book, The Millionaire Next Door. This chapter unravels some of the most common misconceptions we hold about millionaires. It's like peeling back the layers of a captivating mystery novel. But instead of finding a villain at the end, we find a humble, modest millionaire who's more akin to your everyday Joe than an ostentatious tycoon. We've been fed a steady diet of stereotypes that paint millionaires as extravagant spenders living in opulent mansions, driving flashy cars, and indulging in the finer things. However, the reality couldn't be more different. The majority of millionaires, as we learn from this book, live in a world of frugality and modesty. They opt for sensible, reliable cars over luxury vehicles. They choose comfortable, cozy homes in friendly neighborhoods over sprawling mansions in gated communities. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, they have the means to live lavishly, don't they? But it's precisely this choice of simplicity over extravagance that helps them accumulate and retain their wealth. It's their ability to resist the siren call of consumerism, to prioritize needs over wants, and to live below their means that sets them apart. So why does this matter? It matters because it shatters the illusion of wealth that's often portrayed in popular culture. It matters because it reinforces the fact that wealth isn't just about how much you earn, but how much you save and invest. And it matters because it humanizes millionaires, showing us that they're not so different from the rest of us. This book serves as an eye-opener, debunking the myth of the extravagant millionaire and replacing it with a more accurate, relatable image. It's a testament to the power of frugality, modesty, and financial discipline. As it turns out, the millionaire next door could be your modest, frugal neighbor. Scene script. Are you ready to learn the secret habits of the wealthy? Let's delve into the second chapter of The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. This chapter reveals a surprising habit of many millionaires: frugality. Yes, you heard it right. The wealthy aren't necessarily the ones flaunting designer labels or driving the flashiest cars. Instead, they are often the ones who understand the value of money and make a conscious effort to spend it wisely. You see, millionaires, contrary to popular belief, are not big spenders. They appreciate the power of money and understand that how they spend it today can significantly impact their financial future. They are not afraid to live below their means, even if it means driving a less glamorous car or living in a modest neighborhood. And it's not just about spending less, it's about spending smart. Millionaires are known to invest effectively, channeling their resources into ventures that provide long-term benefits rather than instant gratification. They are not swayed by the latest trends or the hottest gadgets. Instead, they prioritize investments that will grow their wealth and secure their financial future. But here's the real kicker. Millionaires often ignore conspicuous consumption. They don't feel the need to prove their wealth by splurging on luxury items or showcasing their riches. Their financial success is not defined by the brands they wear or the cars they drive, but by the financial freedom they enjoy. So what can we learn from this? It's simple. If we want to accumulate wealth, we must learn to practice frugality. We must learn to spend wisely, invest effectively, and ignore the societal pressure to display our wealth. This might not sound glamorous, but it's a proven path to financial success. And remember, frugality doesn't mean depriving ourselves. It means making mindful decisions about how we use our resources, so we can enjoy a prosperous future. It seems that frugality, not extravagance, is a common trait among the wealthy. Wondering what makes a millionaire successful? Let's dive into the third chapter of The Millionaire Next Door, where authors Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko shed light on the profound significance of economic independence. This is not about living a life of opulence or showcasing high social status. It's about gaining control over your financial destiny and embracing the freedom that comes with it. In their research, Stanley and Danko discovered a recurring theme among millionaires. They found that these individuals prioritize financial independence far above the need to display wealth. Yes, they could afford the fanciest cars or the biggest houses, but they choose not to. Instead, they opt for financial security and the peace of mind that it brings. What does this mean for them? It means being able to live comfortably without the constant worry of financial instability. It means having the flexibility to make choices that align with their personal goals, rather than being dictated by financial constraints. It means having the freedom to pursue passions, to take risks, to make mistakes, and to learn from them, all without the looming threat of financial ruin. But how do they achieve this? The answer is simple, yet profound. They live below their means, save diligently, and invest wisely. They understand the power of compound interest and the importance of long-term financial planning. They are not swayed by the latest trends or the pressure to keep up with the Joneses. Instead, they focus on building wealth and securing their financial future. They understand that wealth is not just about the accumulation of material possessions. It's about the accumulation of choices, opportunities, and ultimately freedom. So if you're aiming to join the ranks of these millionaires, remember it's not about the glitz and glamour. It's about gaining control over your financial destiny and enjoying the freedom that comes with it. The Millionaire Next Door values freedom and independence above all. How does one become a millionaire next door, you may ask? The last chapters of The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko provide a wealth of practical and actionable advice on this very subject. The journey to wealth, as they describe it, is not a sprint but a marathon. It's about the long game, not quick wins. The authors emphasize that accumulating wealth is not about earning the highest salary or owning the most luxurious items. It's about being smart with your money, making thoughtful decisions, and most importantly, planning for the future. In this world where instant gratification is the norm, it's easy to fall into the trap of needing to have the latest, the flashiest, and the most expensive. But to truly accumulate wealth, we must learn to ignore these societal pressures. The Millionaire Next Door doesn't give in to these temptations. They don't feel the need to keep up with the Joneses. Instead, they make decisions based on their financial goals and the future they envision for themselves and their loved ones. Planning is another crucial element in the journey to wealth. It's not enough to earn money, one must also know how to manage it effectively. This means creating a budget, allocating funds for savings and investments, and being disciplined in sticking to this plan. But remember, the journey to wealth is not a linear one. There will be ups and downs, successes, and failures. There may be times when you feel like you're not making any progress, but the Millionaire Next Door understands that these are all part of the journey. They remain steadfast, resilient, and committed to their financial goals. In the end, it's not about the destination, but the journey itself. The lessons learned, the habits formed, and the character built along the way are what truly matter. It's about understanding that wealth is not just about having money. It's about having the freedom to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Becoming a millionaire next door is a journey, not a destination. It's about being patient, consistent, and disciplined. It's about making smart decisions today that will ensure a secure and prosperous future. And most importantly, it's about enjoying the journey along the way. What can we learn from the Millionaire Next Door? Well, as we've discovered today, the path to wealth is less about flash and more about substance. It's the quiet, unassuming neighbor who practices frugality and values economic independence, rather than the ostentatious spender, who often holds the millionaire status. The book, The Millionaire Next Door, has shown us that millionaires are often not as we imagine them. They're not necessarily living in the biggest house on the block or driving the latest luxury car. Instead, they're the ones who understand the value of money, the ones who save more than they spend, the ones who invest wisely and live within their means. We've learned that financial success isn't about earning the highest salary, but about managing what you have effectively. It's about making the right choices, day in, day out. Remember, the millionaire next door could be you. It's all about mindset, frugality, and independence.